So here's my science lab. This is what we're going to be learning about: sinking and floating. And we're talking about density, which just means the weight of something or the mass, how big something is. We need some water, a big empty bowl, and here are some things that I found that I want to weigh. So I have my Batman there, and he's holding a cotton ball. I have a pretty ribbon. There's my little Pikachu, a Ridgeway pencil, a die, chalk, Scooby-Doo, who's ready to go. He has his scuba diving gear on, an eraser, and a screwdriver. So I'm going to pour the water into the bowl. I recommend you do this near your sink so that you don't get water all over the house. And now I'm going to hypothesize. That means I'm going to take a guess what I think will sink and what I think will float. So next thing I did, I took a regular sheet of paper and I made my hypothesis list. So at the top I put sink on one side of the paper, float on the other, and then I wrote down the objects that I guessed would sink or float. Now I'm ready to check my hypothesis. So I'm going to start with my cotton ball. I said my cotton ball will float. So here it is. I put it in my water. Oh yeah, I was right. My cotton ball does float. Now I'm going to use my chalk. I have a nice piece of blue chalk, and my hypothesis said my chalk would sink. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's sunk to the bottom of my bowl. And I also notice that the chalk is releasing its pigment, its blue color. Do you notice the water is turning a very light blue? How about we try the die? I said it would sink. Let's see. Oh yes, right down to the bottom of the bowl. Hey, do you notice something? Let's take a look at my cotton ball. It is no longer floating on the top of the water. The cotton ball has soaked up or absorbed all the water like sponges do, and it is now sank to the bottom of the bowl. So on my hypothesis sheet, I was correct at the beginning. It did float initially, but it also sank. So as it absorbed more water, the cotton ball's density increased, it got heavy, and it sunk to the bottom. So guys, take as many objects as you can find at home, make your hypothesis sheet, and find out what objects sink, what objects float, and you have now learned the scientific concept of density. Have fun. Bye-bye.